right, you're tuned into Market Pulse, where we'll be spotlighting Zenith Bank. They have released their earning results and reported its 2024 second quarter results, showing pre-tax profit topped 406 billion in the second quarter of 2024, as forex-related gains, boosted bottom line. The profit represents a 370% increase year-on-year when compared to the 86.8 billion that was reported a year earlier. We know that Zenith Bank's profit got a major boost from gains made on its trading books, which soared to 871.6 billion for the first 6 months of the year, up from 77.9 billion a year earlier. So, I mean, they're also set to, pay out dividends as well. So that's something we look forward to. But of course, we have business analyst Frank with me now to share more insights as a business analyst. What stood out for you with the earning results released by Zenith Bank? Okay, so looking at the earnings results, the major index that stood out for me was the operation cost. Okay. The operation cost increased a little bit by 10%. Operation yes, cost, because yes, if you look at what is happening, look at all the macro index we have in this country. From inflation to all macro index, you see that if you can manage your expenses as regards operations, then you're doing well. Management is the way forward. So that's the major thing that I know that stood out for me, and also the interest. If you look at their interest earnings, and cost to interest, it was barely 12%, 12.7%. And that was because of what happened throughout this year. You see what is happening with our NPR, 26.75%. So that NPR made a lot of banks make a lot of money. And how do I mean 26.75% as NPR? That's our interest rate. So an average business person goes to, let's say, Zenith Bank and wants to get access to loans. What do you think is what interest is it? Do you think that loan is going to accrue over the years? It's definitely going to be pegged against the interest rate, which is the NPR. So so there were lots of another thing that stood out, right? And obviously a lot of people will be looking out for is their FX gain. Oh my 70% windfall tax. So talk a bit about that, and whether there's any cause for concern ahead.
Okay, so the FX gains, I always say there will always be a poster child for any economic collapse or economic challenges that any country is going through. And it looks like the collateral damage at the banks. Right. How do I mean by that? They are the one cushioning the effect. They are the one that the government is saying, hey, I want you guys to cushion the effect of the economic crunch that we're experiencing. And that's why you see the government coming in for them, because they made a truckload of money from foreign exchange. Yes. Look at right now, I think it's around the 1,600 level naira to the dollar. Right. And so our foreign exchange market was a mess this year. It's been a mess, and these guys capitalized on that. They took advantage of it.
Hopefully we're able to get more into those earning results, and we'll see other banks as well release their earning results. A little bit of delay there, but hopefully we'll see more banks their earning results, and perhaps we can compare and contrast some of their earnings. But that's our show today. Thank you very much, Frank, for joining me on the show. Perhaps we'll see you tomorrow as well. But that's our show for today right here, Market Pulse on News Central in partnership with Nairametrics. We'll continue to track, activities on the NGX and as well the fixed income side ahead. So join me tomorrow and every weekday, West African time, 4 p.m. here on News Central. Now we're heading to the global markets.